Television is built on reassurance, familiar faces, warm smiles, voices that greet us every morning and promise that no matter what's happening in the world, we'll get through it together. For decades, Al Roker and Deborah Roberts have embodied that comfort, steady, joyful, and seemingly unbreakable. But behind closed doors, even the strongest public figures face moments that fame, experience, and confidence cannot protect them from. That truth reportedly came into sharp focus when Al and Deborah were thrust into a sudden and deeply frightening hospital scare, one that sources say left both of them emotionally shaken in ways few ever imagined. This wasn't exaggerated gossip or dramatic speculation. This was fear. Quiet, overwhelming, and painfully real. According to those close to the family, the day began ordinarily. Work schedules, family routines, familiar rhythms. Nothing suggested what was about to unfold. But without warning, Deborah reportedly began experiencing concerning symptoms that could not be ignored. What initially seemed manageable quickly escalated into something far more serious. Within hours, routine gave way to urgency. Phone calls were made, commitments were canceled, and before either of them could fully absorb what was happening, Deborah was rushed to the hospital. For a couple accustomed to long careers, live broadcasts, and composure under pressure, this sudden loss of control was devastating. Hospital doors closed, time slowed, and fear settled in. Deborah Roberts is widely admired for her intelligence, professionalism, and quiet strength. She is reported from difficult places, asked hard questions, and carried herself with grace through decades in journalism. But insiders say this moment stripped everything back to its most human core. As doctors and nurses moved quickly around her, the emotional weight reportedly arrived all at once. Her health, her family, her children, and the haunting question no one ever wants to ask: what if? Those close to the situation say Deborah became visibly emotional, not out of panic, but out of vulnerability. This wasn't the polished correspondent viewers recognize. This was a woman confronting the uncertainty of life itself. But perhaps the most moving part of the story was Al Roker's reaction. Known for his warmth, humor, and steady presence on morning television, Al was reportedly overwhelmed as he waited for answers. Witnesses describe him as unusually quiet, pacing hospital corridors, trying to stay strong while fear crept in. Friends say Al struggled to hold himself together, replaying memories in his mind, family holidays, shared laughter, decades of partnership, terrified that those moments could suddenly feel fragile. For someone who has faced health challenges publicly in the past, this moment reportedly felt different. This wasn't about him. This was about the woman who had stood beside him through every storm. What unfolded during those tense hours revealed the depth of Al and Deborah's bond. Al reportedly refused to leave Deborah's side, listening carefully to every update, clinging to each reassuring word from doctors. Quiet moments between them spoke volumes, hands held tightly, soft words exchanged, shared silence filled with unspoken fear. In that hospital room, there were no broadcasts, no accolades, no public roles, just a husband and wife facing uncertainty together. Hospital waiting rooms have a way of stretching minutes into eternity. According to sources, those hours left Al emotionally drained and deeply changed. When doctors finally delivered stabilizing news, the relief was immense, but the experience lingered. Afterward, Al and Deborah made a conscious decision to step back. Appearances were limited, priorities shifted. They chose privacy, family time, and healing over public explanation. That silence wasn't avoidance, it was protection. Fans noticed the change immediately. Al's more reflective presence and Deborah's quieter profile spoke louder than any statement ever could. Al Roker and Deborah Roberts are often seen as one of television's most enduring couples, grounded, loving, and resilient. Seeing them shaken reminded audiences of a powerful truth. No matter how familiar a face may be, no one is immune to fear or uncertainty. Insiders say the experience left a lasting mark. Al is reportedly more present and emotionally open. Deborah is said to be moving forward with renewed focus on health and family. If this story moved you or changed how you see Al and Deborah, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We share the stories behind the smiles, honest, respectful, and always beyond the headlines. Like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and stay with us, because sometimes the quiet moments tell the most powerful stories.